shit about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. Crunch. Jack 16. Mike 54. Mike 50. 8. 8.
Now Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over and takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
second down. Freeman. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Coleman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Miller. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Brand 38! Ohio! Brand
38! Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Check. Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made there by Cody Sensabaugh.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Miller to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Monday. Black is loud.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And there's our first glimpse of Antonio Brown in this game, and he's a guy that's a threat each and every time the ball heads in his direction, coming off the second year where he led the league in receiving yards in 2017.
Yeah, 1,533, just turned 30 back in July, and no signs of this man stopping. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
An update from Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Now Miller from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Miller now operating from the gun. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On first down, Miller. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Operating from the gun, Miller dancing to his left. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
8.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tack McKinley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's go! Brad 38!
Miller throwing on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Tyson Alualu in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Here's Miller. From the gun, he'll throw. Now he's flushed out right. And it's complete. Hooper. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Flex round! Let's go!
Now Miller on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go. Fan 38. Fan 38.
Miller now to throw on second down. Looking downfield. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This is Bell on the dump off. close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and even 70 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go!
Throwing on first down. Miller flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10. Miller. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Miller operating from the gun, being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Here's Miller. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Miller, a final shot before break. But he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. So out come the Falcons now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. Miller. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A handoff, Devontae Freeman, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Back to throw. Miller trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go. Hey, boys, got 4 down. You good? Come across. Big.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Snickers, 66. Hey, Monday. Squirrel.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Show that bench release and go. Snickers, you got to spin. 8. Squirrel.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye.
Jack 16.
Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense.
Miller now on first down. Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Miller looking to throw on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Looking to throw. Miller. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Snickers.
Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here's Miller throwing on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Now Miller throwing again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go! 190! 190!
They run. Devontae Freeman might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And it's no good. Gonzalez pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Roethlisberger now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
3 down. Kings.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Squirrel!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They try again with Scarborough. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Set! Blue 30!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city,